Hold on, can you guys hear me? Wait, can y'all hear me? Alright, hello. Hello everyone. Uh, I know, uh, it's another stream. We are close to San Francisco, but, I know this San Francisco route has been overused, but, I mean, it's the best I got, right? Like, right, I don't want to use all my 3 hours of internet, like, instantly on just one stream, so and have my internet disconnect my stream mid-flight, like it did one time. So I decided short haul flights and routes and medium haul flights are good. The only long haul flights I've actually done, I'm pretty sure, are I think that I know of in GeoFS. The longest flight I've done in GeoFS was probably the one where I flew to Denver, and that's it. So okay. Oh, hello, American Air Force. Are you all right? So this flight, we're actually not in San Francisco International Airport, but instead, we are actually in Oakland. So, I know it's a bit of a swap up, but we're doing many different flights today. We're not doing just one this we're not doing just one flight. We're doing like multiple flights. So, we are uh in the Southwest Airlines we're on the Southwest Airlines 737-200 in the old Desert Gold livery. So actually, I'll get the jet bridge ready. We are going to start boarding soon. I hope that's I hope that's big enough. Literally has a freaking Hawaii. Literally belongs to Hawaiian Airlines. I don't care. It's in there. It's part of the Jetway mod. Wait, will this work? No, it will not work. Okay, that's sad. Jet. Oh, that is way too big. I think I'll just have to go Jet Bridge 1, I'm pretty sure. Right, let me try Jet Bridge 2. Yeah, it's way too big. That's definitely way too big for us. So we're going to go Jet Bridge 1. I need to decrease that. Oh, alright. Okay, that'll work. That'll have to work. Okay, so we're loading our passengers. American Air Force, where are you? Oh, there. There you are. Ooh, nice Maryland 1 livery. Hello, Interceptor 03. Nice, actually, nice car you got there. Like the checkered stripes. But anyway, let's do our little pre-flight. So, tires, brand new condition. Main gear, brand new. Engines, nothing in the blades. Blades are sturdy. Flaps. Back, good. Left engine, wait. Where's the whole combustion area in the engine? Wow, did not expect that. Let's see. Alright. The other engine, nothing in the blades. Alright. So we can now start our boarding. Just to make sure we have. Let's go into the cockpit here. Alright. Welcome to the cockpit of the 737-200. Alright, let's see. Got ours. This is a very confusing plane to operate. This even seems a little bit more confusing than the 737-300 in flight gear. And that thing only has like 3 workable buttons. Jeez. Alright, I think this is the battery. I'm just gonna click random buttons. Crossfeed, fuel pumps, generators, APU gens, bus transfer, no smoking, hydraulics, bleed air, APU starter on. Let's get, and that should be good. Alright. Now that we have finished boarding, we can go ahead and back our air stair truck away. And prepare the pushback tug. Oh, that's one huge tug. Oh, that's very big. Okay, so let's reach parking brake. And let's do this. Okay, so I'm gonna actually, no, yeah, we're taking it from 30. Hi, Interceptor. I'll see you in the live chat right now. Okay, let's start the engines now. So go that. Engine. Push back. Alright. Parking brake. Set our flaps. Radiator on the outside. Should be decent enough for takeoff. Let's check our controls. Rudder, left, right, left, right. Okay, ailerons. Okay, those work. Let's check the HM elevator control. Up, down, up, down. Alright, those work. Alright, looks like we're all good to go. Alright, everyone, let's start a taxi to runway 30. Way off that course. Okay, so if you guys are actually all wondering, why are we using the 737-200 first flight? The reason actually is because we aren't actually flying to Sacramento. Well, we are, but after this flight, we're actually flying to LHM, Lincoln Regional Harbor. Now I know that runway is super short and small, but if you look at our aircraft, we are in a very super short and small aircraft. So I am 99.9% sure this will fit perfectly. Because the A318 fit, then so on the taxiway, the runway, then so can the 737-200. I mean, 700, that is something different, but I mean, a 737-200, I mean, you can't really complain about landing it on a runway like Lincoln. So, yeah. Anyway, we are approaching runway 30, so why is it saying runway 30 to 12? It's runway 11. Means that we are super small. We do not really need the whole runway, so we can just turn right and then runway. Hello, AFR 255. How you doing, chat? How you doing? But anyway, Toga, let's go. Full power, everyone. One, rotate. We are airborne. Right. Positive climb right. You're up. Flaps up. You're up. Set to knots. Okay. I'll get the AP started. I'll tell you guys AP once it's all set up. Okay. So I have the autopilot. Alright. So I actually only do 3.5 for speed because it's actually it's gonna speed up the ascent by a lot, and in a small plane that's quite a bit of ascent time if you do 0 vertical speed. So to be honest, 2.5 is a good enough number. What do you mean lag? Hello, value jet airline. Alright, by the way, we are not using not using the 777 by Southwest livery this time. We're actually using the 737-200 in the Southwest Airlines Desert Gold livery, the very old one. You can tell by the black paint job on the windows, the flight deck windows. So. No, we are not using the cursed aircraft right now, so yes, but we will. But later in the stream, we will test out the new 787 I made in a Southwest livery. And trust me, it took me a little bit more complicated time than a normal 5 minutes paint job and done. So yeah. But anyway, we are continuing our ascent to 14,000 feet. Oh, hello, tire. Okay, this will be good for a bit. Actually, if I'm actually being honest, I only see one flaw in this livery. The only flaw I actually see in this livery is that little spot right there near the landing gear, which I might edit a little later and probably paint red so that it matches. Other than that, this aircraft is pretty good. There's a nose wheel view. You know, maybe I should look tail. Okay, and we are closing in on 14,000. Actually, hold on, wait. No. Well, these literally look like the A340 engines, but stretched out a little bit. The A3, if you know them, if you guys know what I'm talking about, the A340 engines, the A340-300, literally look like hair dryers. I think the 737-200 and the A340-300 share something in common about their engines when it comes to design. This one is a little bit more stretched out, but still looks like a very stretched hair dryer. I mean, but if I'm being honest, engine design back then didn't really matter. It only mattered if the plane got off the ground or not. If the plane got off the ground, success, they could run it. If it didn't, then it only got off the ground for like 20 seconds, then you know we need to still work on that thing and upgrade its power. But I mean, Boeing has done a very good job with some of their planes. Like the 787, I mean, that one actually has like very futuristic window shades. The 777 I've never been on, but I'm pretty sure it still has some parachute boring pull-down shades. The CRJ that I think I-711 one was actually had special wind shades where you pull them up instead of pull them down. And the DC-3, the only thing I can say about that aircraft is that its windows literally look like something straight out of Minecraft. But actually, speaking of the A340, I might actually do some work on that aircraft by designing a Southwest livery for it. I hope it doesn't take that long, but if it has a split tail, then it might take some time. But other than that, actually, hold on, let me check if I was very downloads. Yeah, no, I think I didn't really. Yeah, I didn't make it yet. All right. So that is something I need to put on the list. That is something I need to put on the list of things to do for the screen. ADOLFS. That is your one get out of jail free pass for swearing. I did not see that. Hold on. Yep, and you did it. Told ya. That's what happens. That is what happens if someone cusses in the chat. Oh yeah, I see you, American Air Force. Oh, hello, hello, turtle guy. Temporarily. Well, I did just tell chat that both you and American Air Force know what happens if someone swears during my stream, and I think someone named, I think, AD something or other, ADO, found out the hard way what happens when you swear during my stream. That is his one get out of jail free pass right there. I also did not see that. Yeah, I have bad eyesight sometimes. Anyway, let's switch to the topic we have for a bit. Which I have. How far are we? Okay, so we're passing by Sacramento Executive. We're not going to be flying into Sacramento this time, but instead Lincoln, since we have quite a small plane, if you can't already tell. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't use the 737-800, it's actually because the taxiways here aren't like normal airport taxiways. Like, the taxiways that you use to get off of the runway are literally like you have to turn 90 degrees, like, when you want to get off. And Harry, you're just learning the hard way. By the way, nice 737-600, total guy. Follow what Cougar1 is saying, aka Total Guy. Follow what Total Guy is saying in the chat. So the reason why I actually don't want people cussing in my streams. Hold on, where are you guys? So the reason why I actually don't want anyone cussing in my streams when I'm live is actually because my cousins actually aren't allowed to use regular YouTube Kids. So I'm like, last time I saw them on my vacation, probably I think Saturday before, I think the last, let me check. Yes, the last time I saw them was, I think, on the, I think 20th, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the last time I saw them. So, anyway, actually, she started a second. Alright. There's someone doing vertical speed negative 4,000 from here. Very close. It's kind of Lincoln. How close are we? Yeah, we're closing in. Actually, I think we're on a very good approach to 1.5 this time. Which is kind of rare because usually when I do a Young Eagles fight with at this airport, which is on one on Saturday, I'm pretty sure that every time when it's time to land, the pilot would circle around this area, do a 180, drop the altitude a little bit, and then land on this. So basically, all aircraft would basically take off and land from 1.5. I don't know why. I don't know why they don't use 33. I don't know why. Yeah, 33. I don't know why they use that. Why they don't use 33, but I mean, it's because of an issue with traffic patterns in the air that I understand why. Alright, let's see. Okay. Everyone take manual. Everyone take manual and follow me. We need to get down very fast, so I'm going to get this. Go back. Okay, so we need to drop our flaps, and we are way off course. That's Beale. We don't want to land at Beale. Okay, American Air Force seems like it's on the right path. Yeah, the motor might need to step in on this one. Okay, so I think that might be good enough. That's probably good enough. So I'm probably flaps a tiny bit more. Some power to keep us floating. Yeah, if we were actually going to Beale, then we'd be in military aircraft, not passenger planes. And I need to find my way. the airport. Okay, there's a runway. We go full flaps. I need to gear down. Maybe I need to descend a bit more. Yeah, to actually get down to like altitude. Power. Nope. It's literally almost stalling at this point. But this thing is literally has a very high speed limit when landing. And we're not even properly landing. Okay, we don't really care at this point. And now it's definitely right. Great. Oh well, at least we got down safely. That's all that matters. Yeah, see, that's what I mean right there. 90-degree turns. Yeah, we're a decent sized aircraft. Yeah, see, yeah, to all the people who were at Lincoln last time I did a video or a live stream, I told you guys that this would work. I told you guys that being a tiny aircraft like a 737-200 would get us to work on this. Get this to work. Like, bro, we're literally barely even. We're literally fit inside the run. Our wings literally fit on the run inside the runway lines. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, this would actually make it. If I actually no, now that I think about it, this would actually make a decent private jet. This would actually make quite a decent private jet, if I'm being honest. Yeah, this would actually be a very good private jet. Yes, yeah, guys, stop complaining. Stop complaining if we're too big. We're not too big. See, we literally fit. Like, dude, in a 737, you can pretty much go anywhere except probably Lukla and you can pretty much go anywhere except Lukla and Saba. I mean, Saba you would probably be able to go in maybe a U. I mean, in a U2 you'd probably be able to go to Saba because you can literally like float. You can literally float in the U2. You can literally float for such a long time in the U2. But anyway, let's get parked. So let's choose a stand and park. Hold on. Does he realize that plane 2222 is a computer developer? I don't know if he realized that. Wait. Oh wait. Oh, dude. Hold on. Okay, it's time to shut off our engines. Hold on. Wait. Is that shit? No. He cannot possibly be in here. No! Nah. Bro. Okay, this has happened twice in a row. Now I am for sure. Now I think for sure that that these devs are watching my stream. Wait, who was that? Air Serbia 001. Mm, that's a cool one. Oh, are you trying to join the flight? Yo, hello, Aviation Jones. Oh, yeah, Air Serbia 001 is trying to join. Okay, finally. Okay, okay. So, now we're going to switch aircraft. Um, Jeez, now I gotta find one to get that's big, that's small enough, but also an airline to get us out of here. Oh, this is gonna be tough. Um, what do we use? I'm not gonna use the 717 because that thing literally has unstable ailerons. Like, if you guys have seen my landings in that, you guys would know. Like, you guys would literally know how hard it is to land that if you ever flown it. So that one is for sure a no. That one does not have reverse thrust, which is kind of lame. That one can stop quick, from what Swiss 001 said. Not that one. I do not. I don't know about you. I could try. Alright, chat, don't switch to my plane. Do not switch to my plane. I'm only testing the steering. I'm only gonna be testing the steering on this. If it still sucks, then we're not using it. Okay, it still sucks. We are not using the A318. We are not using the A318. Steering still sucks. Okay, what do we do? I don't know. Could we do the A220? Hold on, let me check if it has a private jet livery. Does it have a private jet livery? It does. Wait. Is this a private jet? I think it is. I think this is a private jet. Oh, yes, it is. It's a private jet. Okay, we are using this one. Chat, we are using the A220. Oh, there is an A340 600 right next to us. Actually, the A340 600 is quite rare. Hold on. Let me look. How many A340, wait, A340, 300 still flying? 34? Now let's check 600. 40, wait, is A340 600 new or old? 2002? A340 300 is an older aircraft. 1993. So apparently the 300 is the older aircraft. Dang, never knew that. Well, you learn something every day. But anyway, let's connect our air stairs to the aircraft and get to boarding. I think we're gonna need a bigger air stair truck. Oh, that one is literally half in the ground. Oh, yeah, by the way, shout out to Spice9 for this add-on. And we need to upgrade our air share once again. Okay, maybe that might be a little too tall. I think we have to stick with Jet Bridge 3. Well, okay then. Jet Bridge 3 it is. We are using the A220 American Air Force. It took a bit, but we are using the A220. Since it's small, regional, and is very good. And it has a private jet livery, which is exactly what we need. No, not that A220, the Swiss A220. It has a private jet livery. Now let's plan our route to. Actually, you know what? We can actually, you know what? No, we can actually follow the exact same route we took. Yeah, we can follow the exact same route we took. So what we can do is depart from 1-5, and then we can fly to 1-7 quite easily, actually. So we're going to only fly at around 7,000 feet, and probably like 300, like, yeah, we're just gonna do 350 because why not? I mean, we do want to get this flight done quick so we can like get off, like get this new A340-300 livery done with. So it does make sense. So let's back the jet bridge away. I get that air stair. Close the door. Private jet ACJ. Private jet ACJ. That's what I'm using right now. Okay. Those look good. Good, good, good. Okay. Alright, let's do this. So engines on. So I think since we're small enough, I think we can probably reverse out of this, right? Let me try. I think we might be able to reverse out. Come on. Nope, we cannot. Oh well then, we'll check our team's pushback tug again. Why is that going the wrong direction? Okay, controls check. Let's set our flaps. Rudder. What the? What in the? Oh well. Rudder works. Ailerons. Elevator control. Alright, that works. Alright, let's do this. Start our taxi. Okay, I think we're a bit bigger now, so our wings won't entirely fit on the whole runway, but I think our landing gear will probably fit. This one also has poor steering, but it doesn't really matter right now because we are trying to taxi to 1-5. Okay, and we are already doing off-roading. Great. Thanks a lot, A220. This is not how I expected this flight to go. Okay, I kind of feel like the only other aircraft here with actual decent steering is either the 747-8i or besides the 737-200. Either the aircraft with actually good steering here probably either the 747-8i and probably probably the I don't know. That's probably the actually yeah the A350-1000 and 900 variants. And by 900 I mean the official one that exhibited. So yeah, I don't use the comedically distributed 900 because we already have one. A3. What do you Aviation Jones? What do you mean by A322? What do you mean by A317 and A322? Aviation Jones. What do you mean? I do not get the point you're trying to make here, Aviation Jones. Like, what are you trying to do? Next generation of the A320. Bruh. Really? And we're doing off-road. Well, this one also has poor steering, I guess, but it's not. But hey, at least it's not as bad as the A318, though. The A318 steering sucks. Bro, what do you mean, Aviation Jones? Like, what do you mean? It's not a bit. Bruh. Alright, you know what? Alright, you know what? Everyone, Toga, we're taking off now. We're taking off now. Will we be able to make it? Let's see. V1, rotate. Oh, come on. You made it. Alright. Gear up, flaps up. Start our right turn. Climb around like 1,000 feet before turning on the autopilot. Okay, AP on. Okay. Heading. Right. Heading to 20. Guys, if you're wondering why we're doing altitude 7,000, this is actually like a very short flight. So yeah. And once again, this color scheme is also messed up. Great. A3 What is my guy saying? Korean Air A220. Yeah, wait, hold on. Am I only remember. Oh. Alright. I think we can already start descent down because actually, you know what? No, actually, we can actually probably start. Actually, yeah, we can actually disengage the autopilot right now. So everybody, take manual control. I literally see the airport like right there. What in the? What turtle guy? I mean, this was a very short flight. We only needed the autopilot for that small part because we can't see the airport from that far away. So, I mean, on a longer flight, more autopilot time would be necessary, but this flight is just regional and short, so doesn't make any sense to turn on autopilot for more than 5 minutes. So actually I'm going to do flaps full and gear down as we prepare to land. Come on. Okay, that actually looks like a hard approach right there. Yeah, actually I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do. Alright, I need to do. Oh, sorry, it's the keyboard. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna need to do something about this. Yeah, it's time for the rudder to step in. Okay, this rudder is absolutely trash. That thing does nothing. Okay, actually, I'm also gonna arm my brakes, my auto brakes, and then I'm also going to start to line up the runway. Oh, this is a horrible approach. This approach is horrible. It's okay, American Air Force. We all do trash approaches sometimes. Come on, come on, come on. Do not touch down yet. Don't want to set touchdown. Okay, now flying an Airbus with a Boeing yoke is harder than you think. Oh, what in what just happened? I have no clue. Okay then. Okay then, I guess we can start our taxi to the parking spot, and I can begin creating the A340 livery. So actually, the livery that I'm actually trying to make, we're actually gonna be, we're gonna be using Canva, but Twinkie, if you're watching this stream right now, I tried pixel art, and it did not go well for me. Let's just say. I mean, it did help me design like a decent livery, but not that much. Yeah, Twinkie, sorry, but I think I'm probably gonna only use pixel art if I have to. I think I already used my 3 daily saves anyway, so there you have it. Canva, you get unlimited saves for free. So we can turn to our parking spot, and that does not work. Okay. Well, anyway, let's just switch to the A340 and get this started already. Okay, everyone. Uh, I'm now going to go AFK because I'm now going to start designing the livery in Canva. So I'm going to pause and let's build this livery. So I'm actually gonna need to close out live chat, so I can still be live chat from the YouTube page, but other than that, almost alright. So going to stream for an hour now, so and upload. That's the A350. That's that. I need the A340. A340 300. There it is. Okay. There we go. Alright. So now that we are in Canva, we can start designing the livery. And, oh great, it's one of these. Exactly what I wanted to avoid. Hold on. Let me copy the others. Let me copy that. Let me get a duplicate tab and copy that. And copy the file from my 747. Copy. Okay. Copy the text. So now I'm pretty sure we can do tools, text, Control V, bold, and white color. Now I should be able to do this, and bam. Alright, now I can get to actually building the livery itself. So first thing, as always, we're going to do is color in the engines. And great, now I have to look up the color ID. These, looking at coloring IDs is going to be so hard. Alright, let's see. What is the hex code for the blue that Southwest Airlines uses? Okay, got the hex. Alright, chat, I got the hex code of blue. So we're gonna put that in here. We're gonna use the color to. We're gonna use this and save the color. So I'm only gonna color in one engine for now, so that it saves us time. I'm gonna color in that the other side of that engine later. For now, I'll only do this engine. So let's see. Okay, you can do the flight. I'll let you guys know when the livery is ready. Man, I wish Canva had a color fill build power. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to use GIMP all the time anymore. And yes, I did say GIMP because I use GIMP because I am a Linux user. So things that are available for download on the internet are very limited to me. But once I become a Windows user, then it won't be so limited anymore. Like, for example, Roblox. One of my favorite freaking games. I can't even play on Linux because it's a it doesn't because Roblox decided to be stupid and not support Linux. So, Roblox, if you are watching this, please reconsider not supporting Linux because Linux is actually a very powerful operating platform. So, yeah. Maybe rethink what you said about Linux, Roblox. So I'm being honest, Linux users do not deserve all the hate. So, yeah. Maybe start supporting Linux, and maybe that'll change the lives of many Linux PC users that want to play Roblox but can't. Like me, for example. I have to use a freaking iPad that my parents gave me for Christmas to play it because I have a Linux, not a Windows. In fact, this one Linux PC is actually running everything I'm doing right now. It's running my streaming software, it's running GeoFS, it's running Canva, it's running my Chrome browser, YouTube, everything. And literally the games that you can download, like maybe flight simulator related, are extremely limited. Like at this point, I have no other choice but to use Steam to download stuff, which is quite lame if you ask me. So yeah, thanks a lot, Roblox. You really ruined everyone who has Linux's day. Anyway, let's get the red. Red. Let's go for red. Okay. Copy. Paste. Okay. Now let's use the red to fill in this. We'll do the bottom side first. So I don't have to worry about it later. Okay, I'm done with the outline. Now I do this. Okay. Now move on to this side. And then alright, so I do that. Dude, building liveries is actually kind of stressful, not gonna lie, because there's so much that could go wrong if you're doing something like I am right now, where you try and color it all in with a mouse drawing thing in one shot, and you mess up and press undo, and it erases all your hard work, then you're pretty much screwed. So these have to be done perfectly good in order to work out the way you want them to. But I do like the nice blue color borders that it has to make the outline of the aircraft known. That is a plus, I will say. But what I'm actually going to do is use GIMP to color fill the rest of this, so the rest of that and that, so that it makes my life easier. So now I'm going to color this tail in, and then I'm also going to put an outline along here and here, and another outline across here, and yet another outline over here, and then another outline, and yet another outline, and another outline, and that should be good. I'm gonna probably color this all blue in the process as well. So I need to also color this engine blue, like I said I do, and then okay, so now that I have both engines painted blue, now what I'm gonna probably do is go into GIMP and start color filling it, and then testing the livery to see if it works. Because I really hope this works. So what I'm actually gonna do right now is actually, you know what, it's fine, I'll leave it like that. So what I'm actually gonna do right now is I'm going to probably hold on, what was I about to do? Oh yeah, alright. What I'm probably gonna do right now is copy over the hex code so that it knows what hex code you hold on, wait. Hold on. Does it say winglets? Okay, yeah, it does. Hold on, let me switch liveries really quick. Bye, turtle guy. See ya. Spice X Express. Okay. Need to find Spice X Express livery. There it is. Okay. So I'm actually going to download XL Airways. No. I'm actually going to download the Swiss livery. I'm just going to press the download button on the Swiss livery to see what part the winglets are, just in case. Swiss. Okay, so those are the winglets. Got it. Okay. So what I need to do is paint those blue. Okay, so let me copy over this hex code, and then yep. Hey, that's yellow. Yeah, it's yellow. So we'll do that, and then red, that, and that. Almost forgot about those almost forgot about those winglets right there. And then that. And that. Okay, winglets are done. Now, let's see, is there anything else I missed? No. Okay. Okay, so now that I got all that, let's see. So, let's download this livery. Let's download it, and then I'll open up GIMP. And then color fill all of this. And then, after I color fill all of it, and then I'll probably just go back into Canva, put it back in there, and just do it. GIMP. Okay. Properties. There we go. Alright. Now you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright. Let's see. Open. No. Wait. Yes, there it is. Okay. So I think now use color fill. So I think that's what it is supposed to be. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, hold on, chat. Let me get the RGB colors really quick. Let me get the RGB colors. RGB settings for the blue that Southwest Airlines uses. 48, 76, 178. 46, so 46. Wait, 48. Oh wait, 48. It's 76. Wait, now 48 and B 178. 178. There we go. Okay. Now that I've got the blue for the livery, it's time to start painting. So now it's time to start color filling it. So let's test it. Oh, hold on. It's not the blue I wanted to use. HTML notation. No, I need. Okay, this is not going to plan. This is not going according to plan. Okay, let me look up the HTML notation. What is that HTML notation? HTML notation for the blue that Southwest Airlines uses. So I think it's violet blue. I need this one. So Control C. That wait, is that gonna work? Yeah, that works, I guess. Doors. Okay. Then this is actually making my life way more easier for me. Chat, do you think anyone will be able to tell that this used to be Spice X Express or not? I hope not, because this is basically the whole point of what I am doing this for, is so that no one can tell it used to be Spice X Express. Okay, so now that that's all done, now I can color that in blue, color that in blue. Okay, now that's all colored in blue. Now I can probably do that and this. Okay, and then I'm actually gonna do now is did not mean to do that. Hold on. Undo bucket fill. Okay. Alright, so now that's all covered, now we can get to re-downloading this livery and getting it. So save as, I need to save it as a PNG. So now, alright, yeah, it's in there. Okay, now I think what we can do is select, copy, and then Panda, upload. Hold on, let me get you guys back in here. There we go. Alright. Hold on. Okay. Upload. Let's find it. Hold on. Recent. Well, I might need to change it to .png. Rename. .png. Hold on, let me rename this to .jp. .j. .jpg. Now let's do rename. PNG. PNG. Alright. Now I think we'll be able to upload it. It might work. Hold on, let me. Oh, you're joking. Bro, do I have to use GIMP again? I don't want to use GIMP. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I tried GIMP, it failed. So, now I have to switch to stupid that. So, delete PNG, upload, and then I think we do, wait, actually upload, and then wait, no wait, we can actually, wait, yeah, let me just get the color ID from that, so, color fill, wait, color fill, okay, this should work. What are the RGB settings for the Blue Software users? Let's see, RGB. 70, 48, 76, 78. So 48, 76, 178. Choose. Okay. So now that so now we have that. Alright, so now we have that, let's put that in there. Launch editor. Oh, that is huge. Okay, let's see, door. Okay, color the same. So let's color the doors. Oh. Um. Am I lying? Hold on, let me paint bucket tool. Do not lag. Don't you dare lag. Okay, I'm just gonna use. Okay, no, screw it. Screw it. I'm using Canva. No, I'm using Canva. That is it. This thing is causing me way too much lag. I'm using Canva. Final. This is taking way too long, and I want this livery done. We've almost been streaming for an hour and a half, so I want to get this livery over with and done. Tools. Draw. What is for the blue? Oh, blur blue. Okay, got the hex code for the blue again. So now I can insert that into here and then start coloring it. So oh, does Canva have a color fill effect? Hold on. Does Canva have color fill? Color fill tool for photo edit. Photo editor element edit photo or adjust. Hold on. Element edit photo. Image. Edit. Not adjust. Pretty sure I can undo. Yeah, I can undo it. Okay, yeah, no, we're not doing that. I'm just gonna do plain old color fill. So I'm gonna actually no, so I'm gonna outline the windows. So hold on. Let me okay, what I'm actually gonna do is outline the windows and then fill up the gaps in between them after I'm done. Why did I not think of this before? This is way easier than I thought. Although it's hard to draw with a mouse. Okay, now let's get the lower end. Okay, now that we're okay, I'm gonna worry about the up now. Actually, no, we're gonna do the lower end window fill first. Yo, chat, how many How many of you guys are excited to watch this thing, watch this livery fly when it's finished? How many of you guys want to see this livery fly when it's finished? Okay. Alright, let's see. Now it's time to fill the windows. Control V, okay. Pen. Okay. This is kind of starting to get a little boring, but in the end, I assure you guys it will turn out great. This will have definitely been worth my time. Okay. Now we do the upper part, and I'll cover the rest. And I'll cover the rest of the forward fuselage after I apply the rest of the blue paint to it and outline all the windows. So now it's time to do this. Okay, so first of all I'm going to do the doors. Since the doors seem like pretty much one of the harder parts. Oh, I'm gonna have such a hard time with the doors. Okay. This would be so much easier if I had an Apple Pencil. I was doing this on an iPad. Like, seriously. This would be so much easier. Like, I know you guys know that they're about those touchscreen Chromebooks, right? Like those touchscreen computers. Dude, it would be a miracle if I had one of them and I had an Apple Pencil with me. Oh my god, this would actually no, it'd be a miracle if I had like my Southwest pen that I got from my neighbor who worked for Southwest. It would be a miracle if I had that and then my Southwest pen because the Southwest pen had like some like the end of it is like a screen like a touch screen thing. So yeah, so that would be way easier. Still would be better with an Apple Pencil. I'm actually pretty sure. Actually, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't Apple Pencil also work? Wouldn't Apple Pencil work with most touchscreen like most? Yeah. So I know that touchscreen devices use uh finger fingerprints and stuff to like interact with the screen. I've actually been wondering if I got a touchscreen computer, would an Apple Pencil work with the touchscreen? If it did, that would be an absolute miracle, because then I wouldn't have to worry about doing this type of stuff anymore with my mouse. Because this is going to be super, super annoying, boring, and hard. Like to the point where I don't even want to make any more liveries because they're so hard. In fact, I may even have to remodel the entire uh, Spirit Airlines A380 livery I made just because of this. Actually, you know what? No, I'm never remodeling that Spirit A380. Remodeling that and filling all the windows would be a literal nightmare. Like, literally. I know you guys know that the A380 like holds like 800 passengers max. So, and there's gotta be 2 floors of windows. So color filling all the A380's windows would be an actual freaking nightmare. But anyway, we are done with those doors, and I don't think we have any more doors to go. So, except that one which I accidentally covered up. So, but who cares? That one's very even used. So let's fill this, and then we'll fill up the windows. Okay, now it's time to fill. Now it's time to do the windows. So now what I'm gonna do is draw from the door across the windows to the other door. Draw this line. And then if I zoom in a bit more, now I have a clearer view. Okay, now it's time for the pen. This is kind of starting to get a little boring. Okay, chat. I'm going to actually end stream right now, so that and I'll only start streaming again when I'm finished, so that I don't have to keep you guys waiting. Hi, Piggy. Piggy, I think you joined right as I was about to end stream. I'm actually about to end stream and finish out my Southwest A340. So, I'll go live again once the A340 is finished, and when it is finished, I'll go live, showcase it, do a flight with it, and yeah. So anyway, I'll see you guys when it's all finished, and yeah, so see ya.